Yo, welcome to the Blast from the Past movie podcast. I'm one of your hosts, CJ.
Joe Kill, keeping it real.
Kelly Jean Brown.
Jeremiah J. White.
And of course, this is the podcast where we talk about movies from the past and if they should or should not be remade. And sometimes we just rip movies new ones because they deserve it. Or like Kills like to say, sometimes they don't deserve it.
We just don't like them.
We just don't like them.
Did you not like the little background theme music I was trying to give you?
I guess I forgot. I didn't know what the hell he was doing at first. I'm like, what is he? What kind of Tourette's is this? Like, what's going on here?
Hey.
Yeah, but we're just a bunch of moviegoers, guys, that love talking about movies, especially movies from the past. And being that it is March and it is basketball season for college basketball, we are doing all of March basketball movies, and we're here to say it's game time.
That's right.
It is game time. And it wouldn't be a basketball month without talking about a basketball movie that, won its way into our hearts. Not really.
You on your own with that one.
And that is the 1996 movie Space Jam, starring Mr. Michael Jordan himself. Wow. What can I say about this movie? Oh my God. Kills.
You say you gonna start with me? Okay, let's go. Let's run with it.
Space Jam.
What about it?
Okay. What were your thoughts when this first movie came out? When you heard about the movie, before you went to go see it, right? What was your first thoughts about the concept when you saw this in the trailer?
I don't even think I saw a trailer. I think I just heard about the movie.
Sorry.
And was like, okay, we're combining, because I think this and Roger Rabbit were along the first movies that combined animation and real life.
Yeah.
And I was like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit was okay, so I guess I'll go see this.
Don't talk shit about my favorite.
Hey.
All right.
Great.
For me, it was way too many characters. Not like a lot of characters. It was just way too many characters in that movie.
I guess.
So this one toned it down there for you.
It really, yeah.
Yeah.
Until they started talking about more on the mountain.
Wow. All right, then. What about you, KJB?
You said, what did I think when I...
Yeah, when you saw the trailer and when you first
I
heard
was
about the movie.
2 when the trailer came out. But,
When you first really watched
But I was probably like 4 or 5 when I first saw the movie. My brother's your age.
Yeah.
So we watched that a lot together. I loved it. I was a little freaked out by like the alien creatures. They're low key kind of scary. And then Jessica Rabbit. I was
Lola
Bunny. I was like, all right, she a freak. She was a little bit fast.
Yo, she was a sexy ass rabbit.
Well, let me.
She could have got it. No, she.
Oh, wait a
But
minute.
it low key was like a little
risky.
provocative for a
Yeah,
kid's
risky.
movie.
Right.
That is true.
Well, I'm not to cut in, but I gotta say this. Maybe I should stop talking like this because the movies we're talking about, Kelly was 2. I was already. What they say? No. I was 22 years old. Kelly was 2.
You always love talking about your age on the show, man. It's okay. It's okay.
Well, I mean, you got the shot at the back of my head. But anyway. But no, it's like, I enjoy when I hear people who enjoy movies, even though it's like, I saw this in the theater and they were like, I saw it on DVD.
Right.
Whoa,
Not
VHS.
No. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Like nowadays you go into like Walmart or something like that, and a movie you went and seen in the movies is on DVD.
Right.
And they go, I wonder if this movie's any good. I was like, yeah, I saw that in the theater. It's like, you saw this in the theater?
Right.
No, we owned it on VHS, and I also loved the soundtrack.
The soundtrack is fire. I was looking at his face. The soundtrack
I pulled it up because I was gonna play it.
I'm sad because I Believe I Can Fly is a fucking banger. And obviously we can't.
Y'all leave Kels alone.
We can't listen. You can't listen to it
We
now.
can't obviously
Y'all leave
play
Kels
that,
alone.
yeah.
You can listen to it. You just gotta listen to it in the privacy of your own home with all the windows up.
No, but then you feel guilty.
Wait, what do you say in barbershop? God damn it, y'all leave Kels alone.
All right, what about you, Mr. J?
You know what? This movie came out like I grew up playing basketball, so this was like the 90s when I was watching basketball heavy as a little kid, and so all the characters in there besides who's the white guy?
Bill Murray?
No, not
Fat
Bill
guy?
Murray. No,
the round one.
The tall
basketball.
the basketball player. Like everybody was great except for him. I was like, why is he in there? Like he was good, but he was like
No,
like,
so the short guy was a little.
Muggsy Bogues is
No, but his acting, I don't know.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the acting. I'm talking about as like
Just
basketball
a known
players.
basketball star.
Yeah.
He was only he's like one of, I think, 3 7-foot plus.
Yeah, so they
basketball
needed
players.
somebody. Yeah. So
I mean, it made sense. I'm saying, dude. Well.
I guess.
I'm just trying to figure out why the goofy alien had to be him.
Right.
Oh, right. That part. But he could jump.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
Which is our next week.
Yeah,
baby.
next one, right? So, okay, so here we go. We have, the tunes. How did you guys like the tunes? I mean, we had KJB. She started talking about Lola Bunny and how she was pretty much sexy and can get this carrot. But anyway,
whoa, folks. Whoa.
What did you say? I missed that. I probably should have.
it's okay. But okay, anyway. So like I'm saying, so what were your
Kelly did
thoughts?
not say that Lola was sexy. You said.
Well, I mean,
He insinuated.
now that I'm older and I can see from a guy's perspective, yeah. But as a little 4-year-old watching this, she could calm the fuck down. It was a little much.
Were you saying her gym shorts were a little too tight?
No, I'm talking about the way she was switching it.
Flurrying too, yeah.
She was switching it, going back on the court like.
She know what she was doing when the Bugs was looking at her herself. Oh, okay.
My friend, why had to be a light skinned bunny? Why couldn't Buzz give it up sister bunny? I don't know.
You don't know if she was a sister or not.
I don't know.
Brown.
Yeah.
I thought she was.
But so how did you guys like, Kills, I went with you. How did you like the characters in this as far as the Toon characters?
Well, I think the added Toon characters, like I said, like the aliens,
Yeah.
Lola Bunny, who wasn't
A Toon.
until after this. I like the development of the characters.
Yeah.
The guy who Danny DeVito plays the character. He's the
Yeah,
voice of
he
the
plays
character.
it. Yeah.
But him, I mean, the development of the characters were all there. So I like the fact that this was what they portrayed.
Yeah.
And adding the new characters in, because even in Tiny Toon Adventures and stuff like that, there were a couple episodes where they had the aliens come back.
Yeah.
So they were in the show.
Right.
So they didn't completely abandon them, and I like that.
And they brought Lola back in one of the most recent iterations of Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
cartoon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
cool.
She's different. Like her character is different, a little bit bubbly.
Okay.
And she's dating Bugs and actually they gave Daffy a girl too and whatever.
Oh, who would be with Daffy though?
It's a duck, a female duck who's not goofy. Like you know how Daffy's like
Awkwardly weird. I don't know.
awkward, like he's like he gets mad, marries or whatever it is. Like she's
He
like
has explosive temper.
yeah, she's chiller,
More level-headed.
Yeah.
Got you.
I mean,
I only see like 1 or 2 of those episodes, but
and they actually right before the regular Looney Tunes ended, the Looney Tune kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They gave Lola a mom.
oh wow,
Who was in a couple of the episodes. So I mean, they did a lot. Like I said, they did a lot of character development from this movie until the end, and now they're relaunching. And the relaunch is not going to last that long either.
no.
But
So here we go. I want to ask you guys this too. What did we think of Michael Jordan? Obviously, he's the biggest star. He
was.
goes down the biggest person to ever put a ball in the basket.
Right.
Well, what I'm asking is, why not just make it a whole entire animated film and bring him in? Like start off maybe in the real world, and once you drag him through the whole, he's now an animated character.
so make him an animated character. Don't keep him as regular human.
Yeah, but I mean, did you like the fact that it was like the human world mixed with the Tiny Toon world and going through the hole in the golf course?
I like the fact that it was like that, but I do like that idea. But I like the fact that he was a human character, just because it plays better for that end scene when he doesn't know. He's like, oh, I can do.
Yeah,
the Looney Tunes
we're
stuff.
tunes when we can do anything.
Thing down here, yeah. So I was like, oh, that now it makes sense. Like, okay, I didn't know if I'd known that, we'd have won this game. Y'all wouldn't have to.
I'd have been doing it by myself.
Yeah, exactly. But so I like that aspect of it. Yeah, and I don't know. Yeah, that's just, I'll end there. I like it.
Okay.
I like that aspect.
Hey, Kelly, I want to ask you, what was one of your favorite scenes from this movie?
Oh, gosh. Wait, you're going to have to give me a minute.
Okay. Kills, what was one of your favorite scenes from the movie? I have two.
No, actually, I only have one.
Okay, great.
But I'm gonna let Jay go first.
You gonna pass the horn around.
Just to screw with you.
Oh, all right, Jay. What you got?
One of my favorite scenes. I'll say when Bill Murray comes down and he's like, oh, Bill Murray can play. He can ball. Like, oh, God, how did that even happen? I mean, how did you find out? One of my least favorite scenes. Well, it's not even my least favorite scene. It's just now that I'm older, I was like, really? Word? Y'all gonna do that? Is when Michael Jordan makes the bet with the head, Danny DeVito's character, and he was like, and Danny DeVito's like, oh, you're gonna be, he doesn't say it, but he's like, he makes Michael Jordan be a slave. He's like, oh, you're gonna be a slave. Like, wait a minute, we gonna put this in child movie like that? Like, y'all know the history of America?
I ain't never thought about that.
You didn't?
I never thought about that.
Chain and everything.
Because,
Like, it was
because
crazy.
he goes, you're gonna be my biggest star.
Oh, yeah.
But then the first thing they show is Jordan chained up.
Yeah, and he's like, he's all hanging. Like, all they needed was a Wade in the Water song playing in the background.
I gotta say this now. What the hell you were thinking? What was you thinking, MJ, when you did something like that? I wouldn't agree with some shit like
Now you
what the hell?
Now you gonna give it to MJ. He didn't even think about it until now.
Right,
Yeah.
It ain't his fault.
It is his fault.
And he knew he was winning the game anyway when he got, like, I'm going to win this game. He knew. Michael Jordan, I'm winning this game. Yeah. They did not have Michael Jordan sounds at all. But
Now, I mean, this is 1996, and how did you guys think of the people they stole, the NBA players they stole the powers from?
Yeah, that was creepy.
Which, like, I'm saying, like, did you like the characters the NBA players they stole from?
It
They should
makes
be different
sense.
players.
Yeah, I like it was funny to me. Like,
Because, I mean, think about it. You got your point guard, who is the shortest guy on the court.
Yeah.
So you either have Muggsy Bogues or Spud Webb.
right, and Spud wasn't playing at that
And
point.
Spud wasn't playing.
Mm-hmm.
So Muggsy Bogues is relevant.
Right.
Then you had Larry Johnson,
Yes.
who was almost as big as Jordan at the time.
Yeah, Grandma
Grandma Mom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite
Patrick
commercials.
Ewing. Actually, which was funny because they made him a power
A
forward
Yeah, he's a
instead of
center.
center. And he was actually at the time one of the most dominating centers in the game.
Yeah. And,
So-
and he had Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley. So you had, but see, that was the funny thing to me. You had the point guard, you had 3 forwards,
Yeah.
and a center. You had no shooting
shooting
guard
guard, right.
whatsoever.
And you also had nobody on there win a ring.
That's true.
Yeah, because
Yo, think about it. Let's take a second. None of them had winner. That's sad. Jordan is the only one with a ring.
Only one.
Jordan was the only one with the ring. This was 96, so they repeated this year.
wait a minute.
Wait.
No, this was a 3-peat.
This is 3-peat.
This was a 3-peat.
This is
Yeah.
a 3-peat.
Oh yeah. I wonder if Jordan was like, hey, only people in this movie that not won a ring.
Because why wasn't Pippen in the movie? I want to know why Pippen
Why
wasn't
did they
in the
steal
movie.
Pippen?
Yeah.
Because they should have, because he technically would have been the star of the Bulls. You know what I mean? Like, that's because Jordan had left baseball. So
I mean, they could have stole any number of players.
They could have, yeah.
From the Bulls. I mean, you could have took B.J. Armstrong,
Tony
Kukoc.
Yeah, Luke
Longley.
Luke Longley, yeah.
That's
what I had to say there.
You had a number of people who could. What's his name? The center, Bill Cartwright.
Yeah, who's the dude who had the
Horace
glasses?
Grant.
Horace Grant, yes.
Grant, yeah.
I mean, you could have picked any number of those guys. It's like, but like I said, the funniest thing about it was you had all these players and no shooting guard.
Right.
You had a point guard, 3 forwards, and a center.
Yeah.
You couldn't find one shooting guard.
That is kind of crazy, though. That is kind of crazy.
But what I liked about that scene when they're
I
still
mean,
all
of course,
the
Jordan was a shooting guard.
Yeah.
right, yeah. That scene about where they're taking all the powers, like they have the ball or whatever, and right after everybody gets their powers taken, they can't play. I don't know why. That just makes me laugh.
That's probably my
now,
favorite part.
Like, ha, I got you. Yeah, and like who is it? Grandmama Larry Johnson. Like he's about to shoot free throws, like throw the ball, and it just hits him in the face.
Nah.
That's because he was going through the drain too at the time.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yo, side note, this is so embarrassing, but when I first saw this movie, I thought it was I didn't know, I wasn't saying this word, but I kind of thought it was a documentary of Michael Jordan. I thought
You thought it was real life?
I thought that was his real family and I was 4, alright?
And Teresa Randall can get it.
Oh yeah. I was gonna bring it up. I love seeing Teresa Randall in any movie because she was beautiful, she was fine, and yes, you can get it.
Get it.
But also, something else that's funny that you not just say that you thought it was real life. You realize Michael Jordan was living in a regular house, and he was
it was like a Brady Bunch house on there.
Yeah, no way he's living in that house.
True.
Well, as a baseball player, he might have been.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's true too.
But getting back to the scene, because Kelly hasn't given us her scene that she likes.
No, I did.
He did. He just said. Yeah.
Okay, so now I'll give mine. I actually like the one where it has nothing to do with the basketball. It's when they're on the golf course and he gets kidnapped.
Oh, that is a funny scene when he takes the picture.
He's like, what kind? Don't put that in there. And then the scene that follows it is him digging up the course, trying to find Michael Jordan.
Right.
I thought that was hilarious.
That was pretty funny.
But I don't know. It's just that I think that's what made the transition of real life to Toon.
Yeah.
Kind of worked for me.
Okay.
Because it was don't make him a Toon. Don't bring him in and make him a Toon once he's in Toon time. He's Michael Jordan. That's like saying, who would you say was the greatest quarterback of all time?
Brett Favre?
No. No.
I don't know.
It has to be Tom Brady.
So that's like doing the same thing with one of them. You got one of the greatest of all times, and you're gonna make him an animated character? No, leave him the way he is.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Well,
what was your favorite scene? Did you have a favorite scene?
Well, you know what? My favorite scene has to be the fake water Michael Jordan juice.
I was gonna bring that up after Jordan had that epic speech.
Yeah. And I'm just like, y'all. I'm like, that was just so funny. And then when they found out it was just water, it was just like, what?
Wait a minute.
I need more of this stuff. That
was the funny thing. The funniest thing about that scene is after he's like, it was just water. He's like, but you gotta eat more.
You know what's funny? After the movie came out, they still have it. You can look on Walmart. They're reselling all the '90s merchandise stuff. You know they do. Mm-hmm. But they had a water bottle that said Michael's Secret Stuff.
Yeah,
and I bought that. I also had a Toon Squad jersey when I was a kid.
That was very popular. That Toon Squad jersey.
That Toon Squad jersey is still popular.
I want to buy one now, actually. So
I want to. They should put this movie on Netflix for real.
They should. Well, I feel like
it probably is. If not, it will be short.
It will. Right. Exactly.
But we're gonna make that happen.
Right.
But so IMDb scored this movie a 6.4 out of 10. Kills, is that deserved?
No. No, it is not deserved. That movie was better than a 6.4. I'm sorry. I mean, the only bad acting in it was the round guy.
It's Michael Jordan.
No, the round guy. I can't remember his name. That's why I called him the round guy.
The fat guy.
Yeah, the fat guy.
The round. You're being nice.
I didn't want to call him fat.
Jeez, man.
Okay.
He always plays the same guy.
Human? Is it the rotund guy? Is that better?
He always plays the same character.
He does.
Right. He's just very spazzy and anxious.
Yeah, I mean, he's a staple on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
But, other than him, because I think his character, while played well, wasn't written well.
Okay, yeah.
He played the character.
Yeah.
To where I think the character should have been played. From the way...
What they gave him. With the script, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But other than that, I think the movie was done really well. So a 6.4? No, I think that's too low.
Jay?
Honestly, which is crazy because I actually like the movie, but looking back on it, it's one of those things where I'm like, as a kid, yeah, but as an adult now, I'm like, this movie's kind of like Michael Jordan can't act. Let's be honest, I'm like, and I guess you're not going to see
an movie.
You're not, but you're going to see it just for fun. But I don't know if I would give what it was 6.4.
Yeah, 6.4.
I don't think I give it 6, maybe like a 7.
So you
it
still
would
feel it wasn't
higher, but yeah,
it wasn't deserved.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be. I'm also not mad that that's what they ranked it. I'm like, all right, whatever. It is what it is. But now the soundtrack getting a 10 out of 10, guys. Listen, they had Bugs Bunny rapping, and he had bars, guys. He had bars.
Who wrote his bars? Let me try to see who wrote his bars.
It was funny if it was like if it said Bugs Bunny. And then it had the Monstars song, which was fire. They had LL Cool J, Busta Rhymes, Method Man. Somebody else. They had some fire grade A rappers in that mug.
Okay.
They had a song with Chris Rock and Barry White. Come on, it's a fire song.
He's so fired up about this. So fired about this right now.
Hold on. Quad City DJs, come on and jam. That still plays in arenas right now. Like, let's not play. Come on, this is a fire album.
All right, KJB.
You know what I'd be curious about? How much Michael Jordan got paid off
With this movie?
Well,
they made.
Let's see. Jordan being the businessman that he is, he's probably still getting paid for this movie.
Right.
I mean, he probably took a lower cut to get residuals.
Yeah, and you know why they made the movie? Because the shoes, the commercial with Bugs Bunny and
Right.
him, and so it's like, well, let's make a whole movie off of this.
Right.
And I wouldn't lie and say I'm trying to find some of those shoes because they.
You can find them, but ain't the
They
price you
don't.
want.
They ain't the price I want. I'm
Ain't the
trying to
price
find
you
them
want.
cheap.
So,
Well, you can find them at the price you want. They just ain't gonna look like
Exactly
the
right.
shoes you
Exactly.
what about you, Kelly?
What was, I forget, what did you ask?
We were talking about the rating. The
rating,
6.4.
Oh, I'd have to agree with Jeremiah. Like, I'm not really mad that it got a 6.4, because, you know, it wasn't supposed to be, like, great acting. It's just your favorite, you know, guy in sports that everybody looks up to and thinks is super cool, and you just think it's fun that he's with Looney Tunes characters.
Your favorite Looney Tunes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I could give it a 7 just because I love it. But yeah, I'm not mad.
Okay.
You know what I appreciate? I don't know what you said that made me think of this, but what I appreciate is they didn't have Marvin the Martian playing basketball because he is technically an alien at the same time. So it's like he had to be like the middleman. Like, I don't know why. Just like as an adult, like, that's smart.
But did you expect him to cheat?
I didn't
Because
he
was an alien.
He doesn't call any fouls for sure. No fouls. He doesn't call
It was
anything.
street ball, basically.
Yeah, he didn't need to be there. He was just there to give people the ball. All right, guys. Oh, they called time out, guys. Here we go. Yeah, no, but
Well, I totally, absolutely, 100% disagree with all y'all. I think this shit was a flop. Really, y'all, that was generous. 6.4 was generous. Why? Because the acting in it was freaking terrible. Come on, man. Everybody is terrible.
Oscar from this?
No, hey.
You watched this movie for the acting.
What?
Literally, you watched this movie for the acting.
And what do you watch the movie for?
This movie.
But this movie is just for pure entertainment.
Yeah.
This is a kid's movie.
Okay. And, but how did you like it when you were a kid? That's the question.
How did I like it when I was a kid?
Yeah.
I thought it was stupid. Okay. Because nobody cared about, I didn't care about Bugs Bunny and them. Why? Because I wasn't a Bugs Bunny fan.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So you didn't like Tiny Toon Adventures? Because that was
I like Tiny Toon Adventures, but
That
this
was
movie,
funny.
I know that, but I'm saying I liked it, but I'm just like,
right. I was gonna say Porky. Now. That's
well. But I didn't like him in this movie. It wasn't Bugs Bunny to me. It was just totally different. Lola was, a cute bunny, and I'm like, I never seen a cute bunny like that before when I was watching the movie.
That's the thing.
Made my character grow. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, and I'm just like, who is she? Like, what the hell? Who the Monstars? I'm like, okay, that made no sense to me, and I was thinking so logical about it, and it was just like, okay, they're traveling. What the hell are they doing? Like, I don't understand. Where's the referee in this shit? Like, I don't understand. Like, why he went through a hole, and why is the hole the gateway to Toontown in a hole on a golf course? That just made no sense to me as a kid. I'm like, that is stupid.
It's because you have to remember, it's it's not necessarily the golf course hole. It's where Bugs tunnels,
Yeah.
and he tunneled to the golf course hole because Michael Jordan was there.
Yeah, but he could have tunneled to Michael Jordan's house.
He
Go Michael Jordan.
That he
like,
did.
oh,
He was
yeah.
at home, right?
Look, man, all I'm saying is terrible. It's terrible.
Terrible.
Wait. Of all the people, obviously you go get Michael Jordan, you recruit Michael Jordan, right?
Right.
If you can recruit Michael Jordan, and you see the Monstars, they took the powers away from these other people.
Right.
Why didn't you go tunnel Buzz and get some more people to help out Michael with y'all?
Because the tunes had to play.
Yeah, I understand the Tunes had to play, but you could have got one or two more help. He could have got Scottie Pippen. He could have got Dennis Rodman, which would have been funny. If I saw Dennis Rodman in this movie, I'd be like, dude, that shit's hilarious. Like, that's man.
Why? You just had another. You could have had another cartoon character in her dress.
That's right. Yeah, exactly right. At least I would have laughed. I'm just saying. I give it a 5 out of 10. I give it a 5, and that's strictly because you are right, Jay. The fucking soundtrack was fire, and it was a good soundtrack. You know, it was a staple for "I Believe I Can Fly." I swear that it just perpetuates. Anytime you think Space Jam, you don't automatically think about the Looney Tunes. Like you think about "I Believe I Can Fly." That's it. That's the staple.
Unfortunately, yes.
That's the staple. Especially
I
more now.
think I believe I can find with graduation, honestly, just because it played
Yeah.
in graduations. But I will say like the Monster song and the Bugs Bunny song and the Quad City Jam.
We know you like the album. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
I'm just letting you know those are the songs. Monica's in it. I love me some Monica too. Just FYI, Monica, yes, mama.
Has your
Yes, Mom.
son watched this yet?
Has he seen this? I don't think he's. It's been on, I'm sure, but I don't think he's ever sat down and watched it.
So we're here in 2019, and there's talks, not just talks, in the works
Yeah.
of another Space Jam movie, obviously starring your boy.
LeBron James. Did you
I'm just in awe and shocked in why they went LeBron before they went Kobe. Or maybe just Kobe didn't want to do it because he just knows better. But
No, but I think LeBron's more like kid friendly too. I feel.
you
Yeah.
think, oh,
No,
okay.
LeBron's image is definitely better than
It's
Kobe's
It's
image.
cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah, Look, and people, Kobe has the image of being like mean, basically.
An asshole.
An asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a ball player.
Right, and
Okay.
LeBron's image is fun. It's,
Humble.
Yeah, it's actually fun. Like you see him, he's already been in movies, and he's decent enough in those movies. Funny.
Yeah, that's
So,
right. He's not
it's
a
like,
terrible
hey.
actor.
I'd have rather seen Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie would have been great.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry,
Steph
but see,
Curry.
But
I
he's
think
not
they're gonna.
enough. They probably want to go with because LeBron's been around. I mean,
LeBron
so is
technically
Kobe,
is
but
considered
He's
the
the
greatest.
greatest
right
He's
all
a
now.
time.
staple right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Step right now.
So
Who? Okay, now here we go. If you're the Monstars, who do you steal the powers
Whose
from?
powers do you steal?
that's the
Kyrie.
Kyrie. yeah, Steph.
yeah.
Who?
Who's your center? Who's your center? Who you steal the powers from? Center wise.
My center.
Yeah. Make
Is
y'all
there,
think.
is there a dominant?
I'll go. DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, because he's a center, right? Or is he?
Yeah, he
he's
plays
a
center. Yeah.
Um.
Well, the Greek
and
Freak.
he's
Oh,
funny
what's
too.
what's
Greek Freak, yes, I like that too.
But I don't want to
Dwight
say
Howard?
Dwight Howard?
No, Gabrielle Union's husband.
Oh,
wait.
He's
What?
pretty known, right? He's like
Yeah,
pretty
but
big.
he's a little more not washed up. I'm sorry, not washed up, but you know what I mean.
He's
towards the end of his
he's towards the end of his career,
He's
so
retiring this year.
yeah. So it's one of those
So
things where it's
they
like,
can't-
Why is he retiring? He's not even. Well, that's
Well,
another
well,
question.
wait,
that's
that's
conversation for another day.
Well, actually, he's almost 40.
Yeah, he's towards
Well,
the
so
end
is
of the season.
LeBron? Are they?
No, LeBron is only a year older than me.
But he
What?
was older.
What?
Yeah, LeBron looked like he was 46 when he was 18. So
He looked like he was ready to retire from the NBA when he was in high school.
I'm telling you, he's been lying about his age the last 15 years.
Right.
He's not what he think he is.
I've just heard his name for
But
a
that's
while.
it.
Yeah.
The Monstars, I would say your point guard, I would say CP3 because he's
Okay.
still known.
Yeah.
His name is still out there. Or Westbrook, but I'm going CP3.
Okay.
Your shooting guard, because I'm giving you a shooting guard. Damn, man.
right.
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Okay. Your 3, I would say, hate to go back to Golden State, but got to go with
KD.
KD and Kyrie Irving. That's my 3 and 4.
Is that the one with the unibrow?
No.
No.
Unibrow is
Anthony
he's
Davis.
Anthony Davis. And actually, I'd put him in my center.
Yeah.
I'd go with a smaller center because today's basketball is all about speed now.
Yeah.
It's not about your height. It's all about speed. So
Right.
that's where I would go with it.
So how do you think they're gonna do this? How do you guys think they're gonna do this remake? You know, what's the direction you think they're gonna take it?
They'll probably do it like their own spin on it. I don't think it'll be like
A true remake.
yeah,
See,
which I think is maybe the better way to go.
Right.
I think it's going to be, honestly, I think it's going to be a part 2. I don't even think it's going to
You
be
think
a
it's
remake.
gonna, you think they're gonna do it like they did Jumanji, huh?
Yep,
Oh.
exactly.
They teased it as a remake, but wound up being a sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. I mean, it
Okay.
makes sense. You haven't seen the Monstars in a while. They're mad.
But why are they mad? They took their planet back.
But because
they stayed.
They stayed, but they didn't get any TV time as much as, you know what I mean. Like parents get, so they're like, wait a minute, we're not getting any playing time. They're sports players. So they're like, we sit on the bench over here. We could be in the game. Oh, let's play again. Like, we want to, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
that's how I think they're gonna do it. Or like that's his name, Switchhammers.
I don't know.
Something like that.
Something like
You talking
that.
about the center?
I'm talking about Danny DeVito's character.
Okay, I got you.
Oh,
Switchhammer, or whatever it doesn't
whatever his
matter.
name is.
He comes back and he wants revenge or something like
It
that.
has a whole different
Has
squad.
a whole nother squad or something. Yeah.
Now, see, to me, I'd have done it a little different because I'd have been like, well, damn, basketball didn't work for me. Let's try something new. So I'd have done a football team, or
yeah,
a baseball
baseball
team,
That's not a bad idea.
maybe even
Yeah.
hockey.
Yeah.
That's actually I kind of like that idea.
You
That
know,
would be, yeah.
you already got your ass whipped in basketball. You know
Right.
you ain't gonna win this one.
Exactly. And that's when you get, of course, that's when you get Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate you, Tom
He
Brady.
probably would be down for that too.
Oh, you know he
Obviously,
would.
yeah, I
You
know.
would.
Yeah, he was prima donna.
Well,
Sorry.
and he has kids too, so
Yeah.
that's perfect. So his kids would love to see something like that. But,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
All right, guys, we kind of flow into that topic, but let's make it official. Would you or would you not remake this movie?
Hell no. No, I would not.
Not even a sequel, right?
Maybe a sequel, but like I said, I'm changing the whole dynamic of it. It's not going to be another basketball movie.
Got
Yeah.
you. Okay. What you got? For me, Jay?
Yeah, I'll remake this movie. This movie can be remade.
You
I know
gonna
people
remake
love
it?
it.
It's
Yeah,
literally remake.
I would if they're gonna do it anyway. I would definitely remake it. See, this is how I would think of it too. I would, because I would think about the branding. So like LeBron or whoever you're gonna get to be the
You
star.
get LeBron. You already
Yeah,
heard
they get
it.
LeBron, right? And I would do the same thing. Bring out some shoes to go with it. The LeBron
Obviously.
versus with Bugs Bunny, you know, Space
Yeah.
Jam 2s or whatever. And I would just do it all up. Put the jerseys out there, and I'll make sure it's advertised for kids.
Yeah.
To kind of want to be, you know, so
Right.
so that they have the same nostalgia as I do when I see Space Jam and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I want that.
So let me get this straight.
So I'll be looking
you
at
gonna have
all
on
of
your
it.
Space Jam jersey, and your son gonna have on his
Space
Space Jam
Jam,
too.
yo, I'm gonna have the Michael Jordan got the LeBron. Like,
Oh
I'm gonna
my
have the
God.
Michael Jordan shoes got the LeBron shoes on. It's gonna be perfect. I'm just looking at that.
See,
that
you
long,
see, Jordan didn't do NBA Live, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, all right.
What's up, KJB? What you got?
I don't know. Like I was like low key offended when I heard it was gonna be remade because I was like, this is gonna be some trash. But I kind of like the idea of like a different sport,
Yeah.
a different
I do like
twist.
that
That could
too.
be cute. Yeah.
Me personally, yeah, don't touch the damn movie because it's already terrible as it is.
what they make it
Yeah.
better? What they make it
They
better?
can't make it better. Nobody want to see the tunes because nobody knows the tunes anymore. So you have to do it. Every
that's
person.
not true. That's
They're
not
legit.
true.
They're legit.
Come on now.
That's not
But,
true.
but also could bring them back. Like in this generation now could like them.
They still have
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny on TV. Still.
Yeah, it's
But
a
I
bunch
mean, they
of
can
cartoons.
Nobody
make
cares
it
about
more
Bugs Bunny on
popular.
TV.
Just
Nobody.
because you're a Turtles fan, man, don't mean you gotta kiss everybody
It's not,
else.
it's not just that, but they're just not relevant enough. The tunes
no,
are not relevant
Six-
enough.
If you think of Six Flags, kids go to Six Flags, they walk around.
Who the hell go to Six Flags anymore?
Oh, I was gonna say,
Everybody.
Come on now.
And then you gotta understand that Six Flags all over the place in the States at least.
Yeah,
I don't know
States,
about yeah.
I mean, I understand all that, but what I'm saying is, it's still not relevant. If you're gonna do it with LeBron James and make it this era, you have to do it of something of that clout of this era.
So who will be the cartoon characters?
I don't know because I wouldn't want them to even touch the damn movie. That's what I'm trying to say.
Which is funny because you hate the movie, so I don't understand why you like just go ahead and make it out.
No, I just okay. So
you don't want to waste your time.
I don't really want to waste my time even hearing about that because it's all it is going to be a merchandise push anyway. Like you said,
exactly.
It's just going to be a merchandise
to make that money.
And LeBron James playing, following once again in Michael Jordan's footsteps and making a movie like this. Only thing that's going to solidify is, okay, I'm the GOAT. I made a movie just like Michael, and I don't like that. And on top of that, it's like, I don't see, you don't bring back the tunes because nobody cares unless you age them. You know what I mean? But tunes don't age, from my understanding.
They don't.
Okay, right. So it's just
I mean, with Mickey, you went from black and white to color. That's about the only age you
right.
Mickey Mouse.
But if I'm saying though, if you're gonna do something,
there's one cartoon character who does age.
Who?
Or one classic cartoon character is Goofy's son Max. Max starts off as a little boy. Then he's a teenager. Then he graduates. Goes to college. Yeah, he actually does age.
But I think
that's different.
But I'm saying that this only works, right? Because only works if you change up the sport. And you can't call it Space Jam because Jam insinuates that it's basketball. So
you still call it Space Jam. It's just Space Jam.
No, it makes no sense. Space Jam is a football movie.
Space Jam 2, and then you do
on ice or something.
Gridiron gang or something.
That makes no freaking sense. Everybody associates the word jam with basketball.
Yeah, but you're also what you're saying is you're making a part 2. So you gotta let them know it's still space. It's still the.
But I'm saying I don't want to make the part 2. It's the only way it works. One way it works if you turn it to a different sport. And if you turn it to a different sport, you can't call it Space Jam. You can call it Space whatever is unique to football. You Space whatever is unique to baseball. That's what I'm saying. And it makes more sense to do it that way if you do a redo, not a remake. And it's better to do it that way. But if you don't do it that way and you keep it basketball, nobody's gonna freaking care. Nobody's gonna care because you already know the outcome. No, because you already know the outcome.
Well, we know the outcome. We know the outcome of every movie.
But if you do baseball, we know the outcome. The Tunes are gonna win. If you do football, we know the outcome. The Tunes are gonna win. If you do hockey, we know the outcome. The Tunes are gonna win because it's the Tunes' livelihood on the line.
I understand that, but at the same time, it's different. It's different.
It's a different.
You bring in different You bring in different stars. You bring in a different era for people that can relate to. Understand?
The only reason it's different is just because it's a different sport, but it wouldn't be all that much different.
But that's the plan. Don't worry, make it work. I don't want you to make it at all. But I'm saying if you want to make it, you got to make it a different sport. And if you make a different sport, that's the way it'll work. Now, if you keep it basketball, if you keep this movie basketball. It's just like being in this. It's the same exact movie.
Yeah,
it's the same exact movie. So why would I want to watch the same exact movie? Especially a person of nostalgic like Space Jam. Why am I gonna watch that? Like, am I only doing it so my kids can watch it? Because I can make them watch this version, and it makes no difference. It makes no difference. The only person that's different in this now is freaking LeBron James.
Well, I mean,
go ahead. Sorry, but you're saying the whole reason why to do this because you're taking the person who's relevant to your kids at the time is now their star, where you can show them Space Jam. They know Michael Jordan because of you, but they may not know Michael Jordan for a personal note.
It'd be like you're right. It'd be like my dad be like, "Hey, you got to watch Dr. J in this movie." I'm like, "Oh, that's dope," but I'm like, I've never seen him actually. I never sat down and watched him play on TV. I've sat down and watched LeBron, or you know what I mean? Like I'm
going to tell you this point.
Jordan.
My nephews, my oldest nephew is 3 years younger than me, but when we watched basketball, and my father, his father, our uncles and stuff like that, they were talking about Dr. J.
Right.
They were talking about Dr. J was one of the best guys, and, he was the man. Mm-hmm. No, we were like, no, he's not. Jordan's the man.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So for them, Dr. J was the man up until when Jordan joined the league and started doing what he was doing. And then you started comparing Jordan to Dr. J. For us, it's the same thing. We're comparing the stars of today to our heroes as we were growing up. So your kids are gonna say Michael Jordan. No, it's all about LeBron, and that's why they're.
But my
doing it.
kids are also would say, Bugs Bunny, really? But when's the last time your son watched Bugs Bunny?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I couldn't tell you.
Exactly.
But I mean, I do know he has one. He's 3, so he don't
He's got
watch
plenty of time. He's got plenty of time.
But what I'm saying is,
I'm saying like the cartoons have come out like on Nickelodeon and Boom and whatever.
Right, they're still
They're
playing.
still playing. Yeah, Bugs Bunny has a show out now. It's on the Boom Network,
Now,
and I don't have that.
The only thing
channel.
I don't like about the newer cartoons, and because they're remaking those cartoons, they have different voices than the Bugs Bunny that I grew up with, the Bugs Bunny that's in the Space Jam.
Mm-hmm.
They're different voices, and like Bugs kind of sounds like a pedophile to me now.
Right.
Wow.
I'm
funny.
sorry
No,
to say that.
I understand what you're saying because sometimes that ruins it.
It does.
Like,
Yeah.
I loved Arthur as a kid, and then they freaking got a new Arthur, and I was like, what the fuck is
What
this?
is yeah?
This voice is awful.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it's your perception of what today is important to you.
Right.
Like for kids, a lot of kids aren't into the Ninja Turtles. They're into other things.
Yeah,
Right.
Because that's how they grew up.
right.
I'm speaking on those kids that are at the 8-year-old and up.
Right.
They didn't grow up watching Bugs Bunny. But now that Bugs Bunny is back, and the smaller kids are now watching Boom. They're watching Nickelodeon that's still playing that. They're now picking these back up. They're getting influenced by them. They're getting submerged into that culture. So to say Bugs Bunny is irrelevant, that's not true.
Right.
To you, he's not relevant.
And
No, it's true because nobody watches it.
I was gonna say,
Nobody
and
watches
you
it.
don't watch it.
He's
Nobody
a
watches
classic.
those.
Well, that's we can say the same for Mickey Mouse. Nobody watches Mickey. Mickey Mouse.
But Mickey Mouse is a constant staple because he's always around because of Disneyland. Kids know Mickey when they see Mickey.
and then people know
Bugs Bunny because
yeah.
Bugs is a staple at Six Flags.
Right, and
it's
he's
not
a-
just
he's a
Magic Mountain. It's
classic-
Six Flags all over the country.
And who go to Six Flags?
If no one went to Six Flags, there would be no Six Flags.
And it's barely at Six Flags now.
Bullshit.
Because
You're two in California.
They're open on certain times of the year and all that
No,
stuff.
they're open year
open
round.
year-round.
I went, but it's trash. But
What I'm saying is, what
It is
kind of
open.
people go to Six Flags? Who goes? What age demographic majority go to Six Flags?
older
It's
kids.
older kids.
I will say from 8
yeah.
to adult
But
because
what
they
I'm
have
saying,
thrill rides, they have
because
roller
they
coasters.
have.
But you don't have like little kids.
They
like
don't
that.
have little kid. They don't have a lot of little kids rides. I'm just choosing Magic Mountain, Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Right.
They don't have a large section for small children.
Okay, exactly. But that's the
But-
niche audience you go
but-
towards.
No, you go.
But
I mean, yes,
when you are a
and you also
family
go
of
for-
4 or more, and you go to Magic Mountain, you have those parents that will sit in Toontown. I mean, not Toontown.
Bugs.
in Bugs Bunny World with the little kids,
And then-
they have a parade with the characters.
Right, and then you have your 8-year-olds who are going to
Go back and forth.
But
Go
it's
back and
not.
forth
It's
and
not.
doing the
It's
bigger
not.
rides
It's
if they're
not
tall
as
enough.
popular as kids
I'm not
that
saying-
go
I'm not
to
saying that-
Disney.
that
You're not
bigger-
saying that.
But what I'm
But
saying is
what
the
I'm-
relevancy.
No, what I'm saying is Bugs Bunny is a classic. Bugs Bunny, all the Looney Tunes, they're classic characters. You know what I mean? So people, they know Looney Tunes just like they know
Mickey
Mickey
Mouse.
Mouse.
All right.
Or Disney. They know this.
Well, why you over there on the mic, man? What's your final thoughts on Space Jam?
Space Jam was a good movie when I was a kid. As an adult, it's not so good, but I still watch it because of nostalgic. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember
He watches
this.
it because of the soundtrack.
Because the soundtrack, right? I watch the
Listen,
soundtrack.
yeah. All right, KJB, what you got?
It's a great movie. Great movie. I would watch it again. Entertaining and a freaking fire soundtrack.
Kills.
Good movie. You watch it for the entertainment value, not for the acting.
Right.
And just sit back and enjoy it.
Yeah. All right. Check it out if you want. There's a remake hopefully coming out here pretty soon.
Don't check it out.
With LeBron James. So it is what it is. So do what you gotta do. But once again, guys, this has been a Blast from the Past movie podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, CJ the host, and also follow us on iTunes and leave some good reviews or some bad reviews. I don't really care.
Leave some reviews.
Leave some reviews. Let us know.
And please, let us know what you want to hear, what you want us to talk about.
Right.
If there's a movie out there that was it from 2009 or later, going backwards, people. When I say later, I mean going backwards. Not coming towards us, going away from us.
Right.
Yeah.
Let us know. We will review your movie.
Definitely.
We may like it, we may not. But we're going to give you the facts about the movie, and we're going to give you our opinions.
Exactly, guys. So you can also follow us, like I said, on iTunes, and you can search Blast from the Past movies, or just search CJ the host, all one word. And obviously on SoundCloud at www.soundcloud.com/Blast from the Past movies, guys. So I've been one of your hosts, CJ.
Joe Kill.
Jeremiah J. White.
Kelly Jean Brown.
And we be out.
Peace.